Hey, grade 8. Welcome back to Learning is Easy with Teacher Fish. Today, we will dive into one of the most powerful ways people influence others: persuasive texts. We will learn how to examine their structure for clarity of meaning and purpose, using real example from Afro-Asian literature. Let's warm up. I will read a few statements. Just say agree or disagree in your head or out loud. First, all advertisements tell the truth. Two, it's okay to use emotions to convince people. Three, persuasive writing is only for politicians. Why these questions? Because persuasion is everywhere: ads, speeches, social media posts, even the argument you make with your parents when you want extra allowance. But ano nga ba ang ibig sabihin ng persuasion? The Tagalog word for it is panghihikayat, or ito ay paraan ng pagsasalita o pagsusulat para kumbinsihin ang mga tao na maniwala sa iyong pananaw o kumilos ayon sa iyong gusto. So what is persuasive text? A persuasive text is a type of non-journalistic informational text that aims to convince the reader or listener to believe an idea, agree with a point of view, or take a specific action. Well, non-journalistic text. It is a type of text that is not written to simply report facts like a news article. Instead, it presents opinions, arguments, and reasons to influence the audience. It is used in speeches, campaigns, advocacy letters, and opinion articles. Before we go further, let us first talk about clarity of meaning and purpose. Na-discuss na natin ito sa isa nating lesson video during the first quarter, so I suggest watch it again to fully understand what meaning and purpose are. But just to refresh, meaning is the exact message you want the audience to understand, while purpose is the reason you are writing or speaking or what you want the audience to believe or do. Imagine you are writing to your principal about installing electric fans in classrooms. If your meaning isn't clear, the principal might think you want fans for decoration. If your purpose isn't clear, he might not realize you want them installed before the hot season starts. That is why clarity of meaning and purpose is the heart of persuasive writing. Now let's talk about the structure of a persuasive text. Think of it like building a bridge between your idea and your reader's mind. Every part must connect smoothly so the audience crosses over to your point of view. The first is hook. The purpose is to catch your audience's interest immediately so they want to hear more. How do we do this? Begin your text with a surprising fact, a strong statement, a question, or a short story. Imagine isa kang fisherman and yung hook ang iyong pain. If yung hook mo is boring, the fish or your audience swims away. Always remember, your hook isn't just for catching attention. A good hook makes your topic clear right away, and it hints at your purpose so your audience knows why they should listen. Next, thesis statement. Its purpose is to clearly state your main point in one or two sentences. This is the heart of your message, and it is what you want your audience to believe or do. If someone asked, "So what's your point?" Your thesis should be the exact answer. That way, your meaning is crystal clear and your purpose is already planted in the audience's minds. The third is evidence and reasoning. Its purpose is to prove your point using logic and credibility. There are a few types of evidence, starting with facts and statistics. These are numbers, data, and research. Next are examples and case studies. These are real life stories or situations. Then, expert opinions or quotes from credible people. Lastly, logical arguments or step by step reasoning. You don't just tell your audience what you think, you have to show them why it's true. This is how you make sure your meaning is backed up with proof and your purpose becomes harder to ignore. The last part of a persuasive text is called conclusion and call to action. Its purpose is to wrap up your message and give the audience a clear next step. Call to action, on the other hand, directly tells them what you think, feel, or do after reading or listening. Your conclusion ay parang goodbye handshake. So make it strong para your audience will remember you. It is also your last chance to make your meaning unforgettable and your purpose impossible to miss. Let us have the speech "I Am an African" by Thabo Mbeki as example. A quote from the speech says, "I am fond of the migrants who left Europe to find a new home on our native land." If pakikinggan nyo yung buong speech, mapapansin nyo na the hook declares a powerful identity statement. It instantly creates pride and connection. Then the thesis statement says Africa's unity and cultural pride are its strength. While the evidence mentions historical struggles, diversity of people, and Africa's resilience in the face of colonization and hardship. Finally, the conclusion and call to action calls for unity and collective progress among Africans. Ngayon naman, let us move to language and style features of persuasive texts. These are the secret weapons of persuasive writing. The first one is repetition. It reinforces key points for memorability or paulit-ulit yung key points para madaling matandaan. In the speech, "I am an African," the line, "I am an African," is repeated throughout the speech to instill pride and unity. Next is rhetorical question. It makes the audience think without expecting a literal answer. Dito, parang ikaw ang tinatanong, kaya mapapaisip ka kung ano ang isasagot or kung bakit nasabi yon. For example, from the speech again, it says, "What greater heritage can we pass on than the shared identity of being African?" Then, emotive language, or the process of choosing words that trigger strong feelings. Kasi di ba, mas may impact ang mga linya if madrama ang pagkakasabi. For example, from the speech again, it says, "The scars of our past remind us of the battles we have won." Finally, imagery. It uses descriptions that let the audience see and feel the point. Again, dito ini-involve ang audience sa pamamagitan ng imagination. It's like you are painting mental images sa kanilang mga isipan. For example, I am informed of the migrants who left Europe to find a new home on our native land. So ngayon, let's check your understanding of the lesson. Here is a weak persuasive paragraph. School uniforms are okay. I think they are fine because everyone looks the same. That's all. Rewrite it to make it more persuasive. Add a hook, make the thesis stronger, use better evidence, and provide a lasting call to action. Share your answers in the comments. So before we end, recap tayo muna ulit. Remember, the elements of an effective persuasive text are hook, thesis statement, evidence and reasoning, and conclusion and call to action. While the secret weapons naman of persuasive writing are repetition, rhetorical question, emotive language, and imagery. Great job, class! We just finished another lesson that will surely help you level up in school, life, and the future. Do not forget to watch the other lesson videos on this channel para every lesson ikaw ang bida. See you next time.